I have a preference when I'm doing ultramarathons, where possible, to not run with a backpack. The pack itself kind of adds some extra weight. You can get very light backpacks, but it still adds some weight, and it can rub against your back and have some other issues. So I prefer not to run with a backpack, and instead utilize better clothing so I can actually store things in my clothing. So I'll have a race jersey like this, like a cycling jersey style, where it has pouches in the back that'll go around the back here. Sometimes they have zippers as well, which can be convenient. But in those pouches I can stick sort of 600 ml or 20 ounce bottles of water, 1 or 2, and then I can put some food in the middle. It can be bananas, but they kind of get beaten up a little bit, but you know, a pouch of dates certainly is going to last a long time in there. You can throw some celery stalks in too if you're feeling the need. So I have that. Then I have, I'll have some lycra pants on, which have a zip in the back, so I can store some gear in there. If there's a mandatory mobile phone to carry in a race, that's a great place, or some dates can go in the back. And I can also use that for storage, so if I'm using my say, beanie and gloves, and then it gets a bit warmer, when I take them off I can just stuff them into the side of the pants while I'm running, and they'll stay there. And another useful trick is to, you can also throw my hat and maps and things into the pants as well. And the final trick is to, you know, for getting through to be able to handle all different types of weather, you want an all-weather jacket, usually in an ultramarathon, that's very lightweight. And I can just tie that around my waist quite easily and run, and I can put a double knot here so it doesn't fall off. Occasionally I may readjust the knot if it's not sitting comfortably just above my hips. And that's all there is to it. I'd recommend not putting things in the pockets of the jacket. I used to do that. I once ran with a headlamp in the pocket, and it was like banging against my leg for hours and hours, and actually bruised my leg. So that's one little trick to watch out for. But yeah, running without a backpack is very pleasant. You're carrying a little bit less weight, and it's just wonderful just to have a shirt on rather than to have this big backpack to lug around with you.
Hi, Dr. Doug Graham here. I'm excited to talk to you about this year's September to Remember Health Retreats. The entire 22 days of retreats are going to be just a joy. And we'll learn, we'll have fun, we'll associate with the best, healthiest people in the 80-10-10 movement. We'll eat 100% whole, fresh, ripe, raw, organic produce made by one of our trained chefs. Check out the information below about our September to Remember retreats and see which ones are going to be the very best for you.